I'm a solutions consultant with Beyond 20. Today we're going to show you how to set different colors around different fields on your forms within Cherwell while using an expression. So what we mean by this is if we go in and we take a look at some of our incidents, you may have noticed in the past where an incident would have a colored border around it, meaning that it's, most people use it as a visual representation of when a field is required or not. As you can see in this grid view, we have different colors for service request, incidents, and their different statuses, and we'll look at that as well. But let's just pop open this ticket real quick, and you'll see that all the fields look good. But if we were to take the value from short description, notice how the border became red. That's because we have an expression set on that field that says that the short description cannot be empty and it's required for save. The required for save is not an important factor in this case, although it would give an error, because the color of the field is totally independent of that. So you need to make sure that you're paying attention to any place. If you want to have consistency through your system and you're saying that any field that's required for save must have a red border, then you want to make sure that you then go and set the expression that sets that. So we're going to go ahead and go into our CSM administrator, and as you can see here on our form, I've already got incident open. That short description is set to have a red border around it. Now we can look at that by coming here, right clicking on the field and looking at the border color, and you can see that it's using an expression. It's using a case statement in this case, and since we're dealing with colors, Cherwell is intelligent enough to know that we're going to need that color picker if we decide to use that. So in this case, our expression is if incident short description is empty, then the required control border color. Otherwise, the default is the control border of black. So pretty simple to deal with. Let's say that we wanted call source to be an important field, but it's not required for save, and we want to make it, say, green. Again, we would just come into border color. We'd say use an expression. And for that expression, we could say call source, if incident call source equals social media, then we want the control border to be green, and we're just going to pick it from the colors off the web, and we'll make it a light green. Else, so a new statement, if incident call source equals social media, we want that border to be, let's go with a web, and let's go with a light blue color. Cyan looks good. Now, if we save this, we'll go ahead and publish that. And you can use these colors to give yourself visual cues within your system. Before we go over to the CSM client, we're going to go ahead and open that blueprint back up, and we're going to take a look at the grid on incident. Here in our properties, we can see that we have a row image and a row color. Well, the image can also be dealt with as a custom expression, just like the color can. So here we have if incident status equals pending, then pending, and that pending image looks like this. Else, if the start date time resolved is greater than the resolved by deadline, we're going to show the alarm clock. So this is where your SLAs come into play, and we show that alarm clock. And you can do this for any number of things. Let's go ahead and go to the row color expression. Here we have again, if incident status is closed, then we're going to use this dim gray color. Again, the color picker over here on the right. If it's pending, then we want it to be blue. If the VIP is true, then we want it to be green, etc. So this is how you can use these case expressions to set colors and images on different elements within Cherwell. Okay, so let's go over here to our incident. We need to reload definitions. So we'll go ahead and create a new incident. And then you can see that we still have our red borders on the required fields. Now if you remember, we set our call sources that if the call source was portal, we wanted the border to be blue or cyan. Or if it was social media, we wanted the border to be green. And you can do any number of things with this. You can put images on here that can flag in certain cases, just like you have the VIP that shows up here in cases. So using case statements can give you a lot of customization. You can really use the information to make the system more vibrant and alive for your technicians, to help alert them in certain incidents when things need to be brought to their attention. And just always use those case statements to help determine when the conditions met or not, what to do. As you saw, in the grid we did row colors, and you've seen this throughout the system. Anyhow, I hope this information has been useful. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We put videos out quite frequently for you, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.